Are you a beginner at Pinterest and you're looking at all these crazy difficult strategies making you feel dizzy and overwhelmed? You don't even know how to create a Pinterest pin in the first place, and you're looking for an easy to follow tutorial to do just that, then this video is for you, my friend. Hi there, I'm Katie of whatskatieup2.com, and I'm a Swiss blogger and Pinterest expert. In today's video, I'm sharing 3 ways how to create and upload pins to Pinterest. I'm going to show you how to create Pinterest pins using the Pinterest Chrome extension. I'm also showing you how to create and upload a manual pin, and I'm going to show you how to create and upload a scheduled pin. This is all you need to know to get started using Pinterest for your website or business. And I promise you don't need to be techie or pay for an expensive expert. You got this, and I'm walking you through this step by step. Also, this video is sponsored by my own How to Upload Your Pins to Pinterest guide, a step-by-step PDF guide how to upload your pins to Pinterest with ease and absolutely no stress. It's here for you to go back to whenever you get stuck. You can download the free guide and a lot more free resources on my blog inside my free resource library. Grab the link to it in the description box below. And if you're new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any of my videos. I post a new video about Pinterest every single Tuesday. Okay, let's dig in. All right, let's do this. So I'm just here inside my Pinterest account, and you can see all of those gorgeous pins show up inside of my feed. And today we're going to talk about how you can create these pins on Pinterest and how people upload these pins to Pinterest. I'm going to show you 2 manual ways of uploading your pins so they show up immediately on Pinterest, and then I'm also going to show you a scheduled way, so you use a scheduler to upload your pins and they go out at a specific time when you want it to. So how do you upload pins to Pinterest manually, the easiest way? Let's start with way number 1, pin extensions. So let's say I found this beautiful blog here and these delicious looking pancakes. This blog is called Love and Lemons, and I want to make these pancakes next Sunday. So how can I upload this pin to my Pinterest account so I can save it there and cook the recipe on the weekend? So the first thing that I would do here is go into my toolbar of my Chrome browser here and press this little Pinterest icon here. And what you can see is that when I click this window opens and you can see the different images that are embedded inside of this post. I can then go ahead and click on that image here. So I can select multiple images, but let's say I just want to pin this pin here. I can select it here, press next. And you can see I'm immediately redirected to my own boards, and now I could go ahead and choose a board that makes sense here and press save. So let's quickly do this. So I'm gonna pin it to my A Life That I Love board. So I'm gonna press save. I'm gonna press see it now, and you can see that I pinned this recipe pin to my board A Life That You Love here. Now, this little icon here in my toolbar is called the Pinterest Save button, or also pin extensions. So if I type in something like Pinterest Save button Chrome into my Google, then you will find this site here, and you can download this Chrome extension that's officially created by Pinterest to get this extension here. So whenever you are on a website that you want to pin something from, you just click this little extension button and you will see all of the images images of that post or website appear, and you can pin those images to Pinterest. That's the easiest way of creating pins for your profile, by pinning other people's pins. You can see I have already installed it, but you will just have to click here, install the Chrome extension. It's free and super easy. Now this channel here is about helping businesses and bloggers, right? So usually you're not gonna pin other people's content like I did here. You usually want to create your own pins that lead to your own website, your own products and services, right? So how can you do this? Usually I prefer to create my own pins, and for this I use Canva. I speak a lot about Canva. It's my favorite free design tool, and you can just create an account at canva.com, and it's super simple. So I'm going to show you the second way of creating pins and uploading them to Pinterest that lead directly to your content and your website. So I'm just going to go here to the search function and type in pin, and you can see that Canva already has these Pinterest templates for you with the ideal size of a pin. So that's 1000 times 1500 pixels, so 1:3, and that's actually what Pinterest recommends. You can play around with the size a little bit, but this video isn't about designing pins. I do have another video. If you're interested in learning how to design pins, then you can check that out as well. But I'm just gonna press this here. You can see that Canva will give you a ton of templates you can use and scroll here, or you could create a blank pin. So you can just press that and you will go into the editor where you can design your own pin. So now that this is fully loaded, you can start creating your pin here. And I'm just gonna quickly select one from their template so that we are a little bit faster. So let's say I like this pin. You can see I just simply clicked on it and it added that template. As I've said, you can also go and design your own one, which I do recommend actually. You can also see that you can add another page here, and then you could go ahead and create a second pin, let's say a video pin. And you can see that they give you ideas of video pins as well. So this is a video, you can preview it here on the left. And once you're done with creating your pins, you want to download them as PNGs. So all you do is go to the top here, press this little download sign here. You choose your first image, so you don't want to download all of them. You want to download them one by one if they're different files. So we have a PNG file for the first one, so that's an image file, and then we will download an MP4 file for the second one. If you have just PNGs, you can download them in one. So just press download. If I head into my downloads now and open that up, you can see the pin image that we created here. Let's go back here and make another example. So if we want to download our second pin, which is a video pin, then just select MP4 and select the second one, press done and download. There we go. So I'm just gonna grab that as well. And here is our video pin looking really good as well. Okay, so we've got our two pin images here, and the second way of uploading your pins to Pinterest now is going back into your Pinterest account and then head over to your own profile. Now here on top, if you have a Pinterest business account, which I highly recommend you have, I have another video on how to set up a Pinterest business account. You can check out here as well. It's free and it unlocks a lot of amazing features. So go ahead and check that out as well. So go ahead and press that little create button here, and now you can see that you can create pins. I can also create story pins, and I will go into that in another video. So what you want to do is go into create pin now, and you will see this editor here. And what you can do now is upload the pins that we created inside of Canva. I'm just gonna grab my image here from my download, and I'm just gonna drag and drop it into the file here. And you can now start seeing the pin form. So what you wanna do is add a title. So 25 ways to boost blog traffic. You want to add a really detailed pin description. So your pin description telling people more about what this blog post or product is all about. You want to add some hashtags. I go into how to create pin descriptions in another video that you can also check out. And then you want to add your destination link, right? So if we go back here to this blog post by Love and Lemons, you will see that this pin that I've pinned on Pinterest, now whenever someone clicks on that pin on Pinterest, they will be redirected to this website. So what you want to do now that you have your image uploaded here, you want to choose where you want to lead these people that click onto that pin. So your website, your blog post, your product, your service page, whatever makes sense to that pin. I'm just gonna choose a random blog post from my website, and then as a last step, you want to select your board. So choose the board that is most relevant for that pin. So for me, this would be something like blog for beginners, and then I can press publish, and you can see that the pin is now live. So you can see your pin again. Here it is, pinned to Pinterest. If I click on that pin, you're redirected to that blog post that I have here. It makes no sense for that pin to link it to this blog post, but this is how you would upload this pin. And if we go back here to the editor now, I just want to point out that this is how you pin manually. It's called manual pinning because the pins show up on Pinterest immediately. So both of those ways, with the Chrome extension and the upload function here, the pins show up on your profile immediately. The third option I'm going to show you, I'm going to use a scheduler, so the pins will go out at a specific time when you want it to. Now I just want to make the last example here and show you how to upload your video. So it's exactly the same thing. You choose your file, you drag and drop it here. Video pins are really popular on Pinterest, so I would recommend you check this out as well. And you can see that it's uploaded now. You want to give it a title again, so 23 Hanukkah craft projects. And then again, you would grab a URL that makes sense for that pin here, and then add that to your link here. So whenever someone clicks on that video pin, they're redirected to this blog post. And again, what you want to do here, it's exactly the same thing. You want to choose your board here and press publish. And again, this pin will go live immediately after you press publish. Okay, so the last way I want to show you how to upload pins to Pinterest is through Tailwind. Now, Tailwind, I talk about it a lot. It's my scheduler that I use to plan out my feed. And you can see here on the right that it creates this schedule for you where you can say, I want this pin to go out at a specific time. For me, this makes more sense because I can plan my Pinterest in advance. I take a day, a month, and then schedule everything out that I want to for that month. And it just really helps me manage my time and my account. And Pinterest has come out and said that pins distributed through an official scheduler like Tailwind are seen exactly the same so as regular pins uploaded to Pinterest, so you don't have to worry. And you can start with Tailwind for free, but I'm using the pro version here, but you can start and test it out for free. So I'm now going to show you how you can use the Tailwind Chrome extension first, so the same as we did with the Pinterest extension, and then I'm going to show you how you can upload images through this publisher here and then schedule them to Pinterest as well. So first of all, I would recommend you go ahead to Google and type in Tailwind Publisher Chrome extension. Again, same as we did here with the Pinterest Chrome extension, and then just install this Tailwind Publisher. Because if we go back to our blog post here of Love and Lemons, you can see that next to the Pinterest extension, I also have the Tailwind Publisher extension. So whenever I click on that icon, you can see that again, these images show up from the post. So every image that's on this page. And I can then go ahead and select an image again, but instead of directly pinning it to Pinterest as we did with the pin extension, I can now press that Go Schedule button here, and it opens up this Tailwind extension here. Now I can add a board here, I can enter a description like this, and then I can press schedule now. And what it will do here is it will immediately schedule it to my queue, as you can see here. So let's do this. So I'm just gonna choose a board here. I'm gonna add a description, and then I'm gonna press add to the queue now. Now you can close this. Go back to your Tailwind account and refresh. And you can see here on the right here that it now added this pin to this open time slot here. So this pin will now go out to my Pinterest account on Tuesday, January 12th at 10:57 p.m. So this is how you use the Tailwind extension for Chrome here. And again, you can just type in Tailwind Publisher Chrome extension into Google and then install it. It's absolutely free. Now the difference here is that this pin isn't on Pinterest yet. It will go out at that specific time. So this is called scheduled pinning compared to the manual pinning that we saw before, where the pins are live immediately after pinning. Now again, you usually won't pin other people's pin as much as you pin your own stuff. So the same as we did with Pinterest, you can upload the pins that you created here into Tailwind into the drafts mode. So if we go back into our downloads and we grab the pins that we created before inside of Canva and we simply drag and drop that into the drafts mode here, you can see that it uploads them into Tailwind. Alright, and here are our two drafts that we created ourselves. So, and by the way, I am in the publisher section here in Tailwind. So you can switch between the scheduled pins here on the right, where you can see also our pin that we uploaded into Tailwind with the Tailwind extension. But if we go into drafts, you can see that here are the pins that we created ourselves. Now again, it's exactly the same thing. You choose the board where you want this pin to go to. You enter a pin title, you add your description, keywords and hashtags, and then you press this green button here, add to the queue, and it will immediately schedule it to the next open time slot here. So you can also press on the little clock sign here and choose a specific time. So if you are not happy that this post goes out today, you can also choose a specific time. Now I'm just gonna press this now so you can have an example, and I'm gonna refresh that page. And then here on the right, you can see that on Wednesday, the next open time slot, you can see that this pin is now scheduled and will go and upload itself onto Pinterest on January 13 at 1:42 a.m. And for all of these pins that are inside of my queue here, I don't have to do anything. So Tailwind does the pinning for me. So I can just schedule them here and then forget about them. So I don't have to do anything. How about that, my friend? Not as difficult as you thought, right? You got this, and I'm sure you know the best way to create a Pinterest pin in just a couple of minutes now, using one of the 3 strategies we discussed in this video. Very well done, and before you leave, don't forget to grab your free How to Upload Pins to Pinterest guide, a step-by-step PDF guide how to upload your pins to Pinterest with ease and absolutely no stress. It's here for you to go back to whenever you get stuck. You can download the free guide and a lot more downloads on my blog inside my free resource library. Grab the link in the description box below. That was it from me for today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and bell button below. I post a new video about Pinterest every single Tuesday. I love you loads and wish you a great week. Talk to you soon. Tschüss!